Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing right this morning. Me, I'm just chilling, vibing out, doing what I do. Come on with this fucking thing. Shit. Anyway, my bad. It's 5 in the morning. Been up since fucking 3. Realized I started dreaming again, but I can't remember them. But I get that feeling of like certain flashbacks and stuff, or certain thoughts where you're like, wait up, that didn't happen. That was your dream. And I can't wait until they become clear again. I think I gotta stop smoking cigarettes and start eating a little more healthy. I've been eating a lot of fried food lately. Need to drink more water. Um, but like I'm not even here to talk about that really. Just want to let that be known. Next time I watch the video, I'll be like probably happy. Like, oh yeah, you are doing better. Keep going. But so like 5 years ago, when I got hurt and I had my little hemorrhoids, and I thought the Lord was done with me, and I gave up on everything in like life. I thought it was really gonna be the end for me. And so I retreated back into my worldly habits. And like I like playing video games because it allows me to extend my knowledge. It allows me to just do things. Like, I don't know, you can't do certain shit in real life no more. Especially if you're poor. You know what I mean? You can't run around and go gun training. You can't go hunting. You can't go fishing. You can't do all these things without having money. So when you're poor, I realized this when I was a kid, and when I seen the technology growing in video games, and they started to make all variety of video games instead of just the normal shit, I started to indulge in it because I was like learning shit that I could never learn in the real world. Going to different places and seeing different things that I would never get to see in the real world because it costs too much money. And I want to see them. Like the Eiffel Tower and fucking the Leaning Tower of Pisa and fucking just all these things. Like most of the games I like usually have something to do with like real life in some way. And I used to always like storyline games too, like the Quest and shit like that, because in real life we don't get to have those no more. We don't have Quest. Our Quest is go to school, fucking get a job, get money, and have sex with a girl. That's the quest in life. And I always looked at life like, if this is all there is, that's fucking pathetic. If all of our smart led us to this is stupid as fuck. Because when I read about back in the day and heard about all the things back in the day when I was a kid, I was like, yo, that shit's man cool. Like, everything they did evolved around physical and mental training, which led to your spiritual training. So, I immersed myself in those things, which was very crazy because it built a mental strength. So when I finally did get outside and start doing things and playing sports and shit like basketball, I remember when I first started learning how to play basketball, I didn't even know how to dribble the ball. I couldn't put it between my legs, I couldn't shoot, I didn't understand no fundamentals of this shit at all. But I understood how to win. Like, I used to always watch all the other kids play. And because I played the video games, I took the video game ideas and applied it in my real life. And what I always realized about the video games is you start out every video game not knowing absolutely nothing. You don't know how to do anything. And you have to acquire the skills by playing the fucking game. And the more you play the game, the more you will get good at it. And then something happens. I've noticed playing with other games. No matter what, all the older games were very plain. So, like, there was only like 2 styles to everything, you know what I mean? There was only so many characters. So everybody would eventually get into, like, there was only a certain skill level and certain moves. And everything was evened out. So it didn't matter what guy you picked. If someone else knew the skill level of their character, they still had a good chance of beating you. And what I realized, though, is even if you had a person that used the same character as you, they had all the same moves and knew all the same buttons you do, then it became a mental fight between how you use the moves and how he uses the moves. And when I seen that in video games, I understood identity. I understood the self. Cause, like Street Fighter, Ken and Ryu, they're different characters, but they have the same exact moves. Just one has one move that's stronger with punches, and the other dude does fire fucking balls stronger. But other than that, all the moves are the same. They do all you can. They literally a mirror match. Just one has strength in one area that the other doesn't. Now, when I first started playing, I always loved Ken because he's more aggressive, more fighting. I think it was because he has the red color, and that's my favorite color. And I like that rage, that going all out, like going straight for the fucking flashy, and but use your skill to get the shit done, innovatively. Like that's what made Ken Ken. He innovated the style that he was taught. Ryu, I started to like Ryu better because he was more slower, but he had more power. And when you used him, if you understood how to play slow, you would maximize his abilities. And when you use Ken, is for more aggressive people that want to, you know what I mean, take offensive. So as I mastered one style and then mastered the other, I started to notice that you can use both styles with either character. And it's basically saying, if I went up against somebody and they used Ken, right? And I wanted to be Ken that day, and I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna do a mirror match. I already knew, because we're both using that character, we're both aggressive fighters. But I already knew that Ryu's style is better because he's patient. He's gonna let you attack first. He's a defensive fighter. He goes on the offense off defense. So I would use Ken's style, Ryu's style, playing the mirror matches against Ken, and I'd always win. Because they'd always charge in and go crazy, and I would pretend like I would go crazy and charge in, but I'd always block. I'd jump at you and hold the block button in midair. Because as soon as I land on the floor, I'm going to automatically block. You're going to attack me because you're an aggressive fighter like me, and you think I'm attacking you. So I'm going to block your combo as soon as I land on the floor, because I know you're going to do it. And then as soon as I come out of it, I'm just gonna hit you one good time or one good power punch. Pow! Hit you in the air or some shit, or knock you backwards. Because once I knock you backwards and people see their character visually do the movements of being hurt bad, it affects them. Plus, it puts you at a distance for other attacks, which I know the jump kick into the sweep that everybody does, it's a perfect lineup. And with what I learned from playing Ryu and facing aggressive players is it's a trap. As soon as I make you punch at me and I block, I'm gonna do this certain pattern of combos that you can't stop it. All you can do is block. And as soon as you go to unblock to hit me, I'm already doing another move where I know you're gonna punch. The opening is right there. So I know you're gonna punch, and I'm gonna sweep you off your feet. If you don't stop blocking and you keep blocking, I'm gonna grab you. Like fighting is not fighting. Fighting is your mental. That's what that taught me. As games got better, like I said, I take these things and adapted it to the real world. When I played basketball, I just did the same thing. I realized basketball is a very aggressive thing, but all the smartest and all the best people, they didn't play aggressively all the time. They used certain movements. They studied the game and understood body movement, and then they understood that if you move this way and I move that way, the next move, one of us has an advantage automatically. So all I gotta do is get you to move to the position where I have the advantage, and then you can't do anything. It's against the laws of fucking reality. You have to break your leg or something. You have to twist your body and hurt yourself. That's how you get people to fall on the floor when you're doing a crossover and all that dribbling, spin shit. That's why people fall on the floor. Because they made them go into a position of movement and they go the other way. And if you try to go that way, you're done. You're going to fall. Or you're going to break your fucking leg. So you have to fall. You have to let yourself fall, or you're going to twist and you're going to snap your shit. That's why people fall in basketball off the crossover. Because the person that's doing the crossover knows once I make this dude go this way full speed and I boom hit him with the crossover, he's gonna try to step back and he's done for. He's the momentum of moving that way and then switching backwards is impossible for a body to move. You have to be the one going forward to move that way. If you're moving backwards, if your back is turned, you know what I mean? It's simple mechanics. Now, when I started to get into other games, because they advanced, like this game Division 2 or whatever, years later, like I was talking about, I took my little 5-year break. I got back into the games and shit after like fucking 10 years of just dipping off for the Most High. And as like I said, hurt myself in the beginning of the video, thought God was done with me, was ready to just give up and go back to the bullshit. I'm playing this game, and I loved it because it was like an army type game, and it was based off of Washington, D.C., and the layout is exactly how D.C. is. And to play this game, you need to use your brain. Like, you cannot play this game without being averagely smart and willing to learn. If you're a gamer that just wants to go like a Call of Duty guy, I just want to get on and play and shoot things up, and you're gonna play this game for 3 seconds and be like, yo, this game's stupid, it doesn't make sense, and how is it fun to not be able to kill the computer fast and all that? You gotta learn how to do it though. And I excelled at this game, so I started making a YouTube channel. Because my other channels got blocked, my talking channels. So I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna do this. And I've been watching my shit lately because it's still up. It's called the Chief Pro Gameplay. And I watch it every now and again because I still play Division now, like every other day, fuck around for an hour or two, and then I just go back and dip. Because it's not as fun as it used to be. And it's like I've been doing all this spiritual stuff and learning, and the Lord took me back. So as I'm watching my old life of 5 years ago and shit this morning, watching old builds, and I'm just listening to myself, watching the videos, and I realize, like, it's so crazy. Like, no matter what I ever did, I always try to help people. Even when I, like, what do you, like, imagine you believe in your heart. You failed your mission of, like, being good and living the law, and you get hurt physically, spiritually, in every way, and you're so hurt you can't work anymore, because of all the losing your house, your job, and having to move back. Like, you went from the projects to a house, you do everything you ever told everybody you was ever gonna do, and then it just happens, and you know it's because of God and all your hard work and dedication, and then you just lose all. And then you trust somebody that you tried to help this whole time with the book, and it worked, and it made their life better, and it like I remember teaching this girl as I got better, and it worked for me, and I was like, yo, I figured it out. I know how to like work with the Most High. Like, I finally figured it out. I didn't get it, but now I get it. You got to do these things and do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. And then when you start doing all these things and saying you're sorry and making up for your past, and you start helping a certain amount of people and shit, this good karma builds up. And then what you do is you got to pray to the Most High. You can't pray to Jesus. Like, you got to look. Go look at Revelations and look at this verse that Jesus said. Look at this verse that Jesus said. And all of them were him saying, pray to the Father and stuff. So she finally did it, and I told her, the name Jesus ain't the real name. You have to renounce that name. If you ever call on that name, you know what I mean? You're not going to get what you want. Call on the Most High. And since I don't know the name, this is before I started studying Hebrew and stuff, I was like, just call the Most High. That's his name for you. Father. Because then he'll know who, you know what I mean? No one else can take that title. So she did, and she used it on this. She wanted to get a job, and I told her to do it because she was studying and she didn't know if she was gonna pass or whatever. She ended up passing, getting a job easy, like, and she believed me. Years later, like I said, when I fell, she invited me down to her place to get back on my feet. Come to find out, she was not what I thought it was. Didn't end very well. Got sucked dry and left to the wolves. But little did I know, it was all the Most High bringing me back and showing me, like, dog, no matter what you do, I love you. And if you come back and if you do the work, I will heal you. I will love you. I will put you back. And I didn't believe for years. And like I said, I made the channel and everything. And I'm looking at my shit now. And I'm seeing how all my videos, I watch it every now and again. And I always keep talking about all this helping people shit. And because in the game, you can go into this thing called the Dark Zone. And all the people fight against each other and steal each other's stuff. And I'm always talking about it in every other video. Like, I wish I had more people with me. I'd be up in the Dark Zone regulating y'all. Y'all wouldn't be stealing from nobody. I'd be in there. And I got other videos where I'm in the Dark Zone by myself, getting fucked up, chasing off other people, getting robbed. Like, you'd rob somebody. I see you rob somebody, I'll run you down and kill you. Get their stuff back. Guard their stuff. Let them come back. Get their stuff. And then I'd help them extract their stuff. And then there's other days where I would just keep getting plowed by those people, and we both get robbed. for hours. I'm running around dolo trying to help other people, getting robbed myself, getting jumped by like 4 people. It was crazy. I was like, yo, even when you thought you was off the path, you're running around in a video game trying to be holy. I was like, yo, you just don't know how to stop. Like, you couldn't stop trying to be good, even if you tried, bro. Like, you could swear you're not gonna help people. You could blah, blah, blah. You never stop. Like, in a virtual fake world, I'm running around fucking holding down the laws of God. Ain't gonna be no stealing over here. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, I met thousands of people playing these games, and they're all assholes, and all they love going rogue, and they love stealing people's stuff, and they love being cocky, and my team's the best, and you suck, and you're trash, and you're this and that, and it's like that's what made me stop playing the game and shit and get back to the real world, because I was like, yo, the game world is poisoned now. I remember when going online was fun. Now it's worse than the real world. Being online is worse than being, because you can't actually like get punched in the face for what you say. So when people say that, oh no, you don't know people are haters, spend 1 month playing any online game with other adults. That's like where online, like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Division, sports games. Even if you're not good, just go on there and it'll be great if you're not good. Then you'll see how really disgusting people treat and talk to other people all day. And it's fucked up, because like what I learned about words and saying bad things to people, it actually does really do bad shit to your soul and your body and your mind, and then it affects you, and then you carry it out in the real world, and then you go and do it to other people. And it's disgusting. It's so crazy. But like I was like really amazed at myself.
Fuel up with the Wawa app and get 15 cents off.
Swear, man, I gotta monetize my channel, man. Y'all niggas be getting free advertisement. Anyway, fair use. Like, it was just so amazing to just see that about myself. Like, even though, I went rogue too. I was wilding out some days too. I ain't gonna act like I'm a super man or something, but it was just so funny to see myself and watch these videos and talk about how, because a lot of I got on that game like 2 years after it came out, and I was making, like, you could make builds, it's called, different gear sets, and make your character different in certain ways. And I was just amazed how I was building things that nobody was doing, and they had 2 years ahead of me. And when I started playing the game, like I said, I didn't even know what I was doing. Like, to play this game, you really have to learn. The only reason I kept playing the game is because other people were making videos about the game, how to play. So I would watch their videos, learn how to fucking make the characters better, do all these things. It took hours and days. And then when I understood, I started advancing faster than, like, I wouldn't watch other people's and copy their shit no more. I was making my own shit up that nobody would make. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's like the same thing it was in the real world when I got knowledge about Buddhism, the Quran, the Bible, all these things. Every time I learn from other people about things they know, I always adopt it into what I know, and I always end up doing shit or saying shit that nobody else is saying or talking about or understand. I'm not nobody special. Like, there's nobody else that doesn't understand things, because all knowledge and nothing's new under the sun. Nothing's new under the sun. That's what keeps me humble, because I know no matter what I do, no matter what I think, no matter whatever it is, there's somebody that already figured it out. They're dead already. They never got to spread it. Their book never got found. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That's why I feel special at times, because like I say, when you do things and all these other people ain't doing them, when you understand knowledge and you say it to other people and they don't get it, and then like, I've said shit to people, and in 5 years, moved away for 5 years, came back, and then them teach me the thing that I taught them. And I'm looking at them like, you really gonna sit there and I taught you that, and at the time you didn't know what it meant, and you told me, and now you telling me like you teaching me. Like, did you know? How the fuck you telling me did I know, and I'm the one that even opened your mind to it? Oh yeah, you forgot because of those 5 years, and you walked around learning them after I taught you. It's sad how people are really like that, because I never claimed knowledge to be mine. I only claim that I say things and understand things. And I realize now why. It's because the Lord made me to be this way. He made everybody to be this way, to question things.